Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not this one. Monty Python's Life of Brian. Always look on the right side of life. Da-da, 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 da-da. Yep, that film, Life of Brian. Now, I'm going to offend this film. I'm going to offend it. For people who want to know what I mean by offending it, when this film came out back in 1979, a lot of religious people, a lot of bishops, a lot of priests, a lot of people of religion. Hopefully, who knows, I might go to hell for saying this. Hell, hell, hell. But it needs to be said. A lot of those people had to ban the film. If you look at the history of Life of Brian, they died, I shit you not, they died to ban the film. And it's stupid because anyone that knows the history of the Monty Python, it ain't been the first time they've done sort of the Mickey, a bit of humour of history, and that's what it is. It's history. I want to say this to every one of those people, the bishops, if they're still around today, and all these religious people. Where was the blasphemy in this film being Life of Brian? Where was the blasphemy? The bit where he's on the toss and sing that song that I just sang, always look at the bright side of life. Now, before I go to hell for what I've just said, because I'm about to sing, sorry to break people's hearts, but Jesus, the man himself, was not the only one who was sacrificed on a crucifix. Back in that era, a lot of people were put on the crucifix. The bits where they think he's Jesus. I'm sorry, right? Maybe I might be a sinner, but is a religion not it's not allowed, I meant to say. Is a religion not allowed to have a sense of humour? There's no insulting on Tice. There's no insulting on Dodd. It was history. It's based on the Roman times. So I don't get the insult, the cry on Life of Brian. And I still don't. So I wanted to offend it. And the one thing else I like about it was the team of the Monty Python team. They went and they offended this film. They offended every one of the bishops, every one of the religious people. They offended it. And I offended it. So back in 79, it was good to know they offended their film. It never needed to be banned. Happy to say it never got banned, but they tried so fucking hard to ban this film. And it's a sin. But anyway, moving on from that. So you've got the date scene where you've got the three wise men. So we shouldn't say that, could go to hell. But you've got the three wise men. They think Brian is going to be the son of the man upstairs. It turns out it's not. I do love the bit where they slap the baby and they walk off. So again, you know, it's humour, it's a comedy. I get it. You get the date song Life of Brian, Flying Down, which I always thought the woman had to sound a bit like Sorry Bassett. Could be me, but I always thought she had to sound like Sorry Bassett. And you got that a couple of years later, you've got Brian, everybody thinks he's the man upstairs, he's the son, he's Jesus. Of course he isn't, but it's not been the only time that's ever been done. That's not the only time films like that has been done. So again, I offend this film with, I might go to hell for what I'm saying, but I offend this film because it did not deserve the backlash it got in 1979. It didn't. So there's a bit in it where they've got the mum. This guy always pretends to be a woman. It's very funny scene. Everyone might remember it. The scene where they said, we want to speak to the son of Tice. We want to speak to the son of Tice. He says, he's not the son of Tice. He's a very, very, very naughty little boy. And again, that got a lot of laughs. It got a lot of chuckles. And with me, if a comedy doesn't make me laugh in a few seconds, I get bored. I'm like that. I get a few laughs and the laughs start to go down and there's no more humour what makes me go, then it gets boring. But this, I never got bored. There was a lot of that humour, a lot of Monty Python humour, and I got it. I got it. So I do love the bit. He's running. People think he's the son of Dodd. The bit where Dad says, "Oh, you did me hair again. I'm going bald." And I love the bit where he snaps up Brian and he says, "Will you fuck off?" Again, it got a lot of chuckles. There's a bit where he's in space and you've got this flying saucer and it drops him back down. So it's a lot of that humour. I did Monty Python because I'll let people into a secret. I used to grow up, I used to watch the Monty Python, after the repeats, they put them on the TV. So I remember Monty Python, the Flying Searchers, Monty Python, The Meaning of Life, and when they did all the movie versions. So it was refreshing to see one called Life of Brian. And I actually like it. I thought it was funny. Had a lot of humour in it. It was just, again, it had a lot of vista there, a lot of people from religion, whether it be priests, whether it be vicars, whether it be anyone who's of religion took offence. They said this was blasphemy, and they tried to effing this, to ban this film, and it didn't deserve it. It didn't. It just had a bit of humour. And for people saying, well, it had Roman soldiers, it was that era. It was in that history. It wasn't that era, but it was based on that era, I should say. It was based on that era. Look at other movies to do with ties, like the Ten Commandments and all that. Why is it you didn't go ban them films, but you took offence because they used a bit of humour? Never got it and never will. But like I say, I love the bit where the mum says he's a naughty little boy. I love the alien bit. And all the way through it, you got the Romans thinking he's the son of Tice. He isn't. His name's called Brian. He falls for the deer falls for him, doesn't go anywhere, and then he gets caught by the Roman soldiers, if anyone remembers the life of Brian. That's the bit where he's on the crucifix. Rewind back what I just said. Jesus was not the only one sacrificed on the cross. He was not the only one. That's history. It happened to a lot of people. It happened to a lot of Jewish people. That was what was going on in Rome in that era. Anyone knows the fucking history? These people that had the band, the life of Brian, need to know their fucking history before they cry it's a sin. They need to know their history properly in and out to know Jesus was not the only one crucified. I might go to hell for saying this. People might hate me for saying this, but I'm only talking history. It's like talking about Germans, talking about World War II. People take offence, but when you look up your history, that is history. I say it again for people who are reading history. So moving forward, he's stuck on the toss, you've got that die, and he sings that song. Everyone remembers the song, it's iconic. Always look on the bright side of life. Diddy. I love the bit where it says life's a piece of shit when you look at it. You get chuckles, you get laughs. Anyone that's down to earth will find that scene comical. It ends like that. And I like the film. And like I say, back in 79, I keep repeating it. A lot of bishops, a lot of people of religion, they took offence of the film. They considered it blasphemy because he was supposed to be this guy. He got mistaken to be the son of Messiah, meaning the son of God. People thought he was the son of Messiah, Jesus. He wasn't. His name was called Brian. And all the way through the film, people were chasing him. They think he's got special powers. He's in the one place at the one time. He was born probably the same date when the son of Messiah, being Jesus, was born. And because of that, because of them humours, had a bit of religious humour, people of religion, man, I'm not being blasphemy in any way. I don't expect the Bible to be flung at me. But anyone of religion, I'm not just to say it. I might be sinned, I might get booed, I might get love letters. But what is it with people with religion? Have they not supposed to have no sense of humour? Have you ever heard, right? I'm offending this film 100%. If you know your history, you know that there's a thing called religious jokes. People make a joke. It's called a sense of humour. They're not insulting the man upstairs. They're not insulting his son. They're not insulting the Virgin Mary. It's just harmless humour. And I'm sure the man upstairs probably would have had a sense of humour. I could be right. I could be wrong. Maybe when I walk downstairs or go out, I might get hit by lightning later on, having a bid. So for using blasphemy there. But there was no blasphemy in this film. There was no insulting the man upstairs. There was no insulting Jesus. There was no insulting the Virgin Mary. That all these people of religion, all because it was supposed to be a young man who got mistaken to be the son of Messiah, meaning God's son, they took offence of this film. They went too ladder. They wanted this film banned everywhere. They wanted this film blasphemy. It was a comedy based on the Roman days. I've offended it. I'm trying to tell you the people on Monty Python probably did a better offence than I did, but they were so fucking... Oh, it just winds me up. It fucking winds me when people do that and they take offence of anything of religion. It fucking winds me up. Really does. Because this, I actually like Life of Brian. It didn't deserve the backlash it got. I offended it from beginning to end. I actually think it's a good comedy. I think it has a lot of imagination. For that, I might go to hell, but fuck it. Might be a date base, but it'd have a lot of artists in there. So fuck it, without ado. A 15-star rating for me. But into them, be smart, be safe, and as I say in the song, always look at the bright side of life.